There are just 7 games left for both of these sides. This a vital match at both ends of the table. Promotion to the Premier League is within touching distance for a second time for the Sheffield United manager Chris Wilder in his second spell at the club against his old side this afternoon. Big team news for Oxford United. Captain Cameron Brannigan is back after missing defeat to Middlesbrough through injury. What a signing, one of the bargains of the season, Tyrese Campbell, the only Blades player to hit double figures for the season. Wilder in the visiting dugout of a club he led into the Football League with 5 years in charge of Oxford United in their old conference days. Glorious, wet afternoon at Wembley Stadium in May 2010 when Chris Wilder led Oxford to promotion. No room for sentiment this afternoon though, as Ian Brewster gets the first effort at goal. Scored the winner in the Steel City derby before the international break. Player who has struggled at times in a Sheffield United shirt, finding his best form this season. Taken quickly by Mark Harris, and the chase is on. And Dembele's ball for Romani sees Oxford United win a corner. And he scored his first goal for the club in his 20th appearance in their last home game against Watford just before the international break. Proved to be the winner as well. Chris Wilder organises. Oxford have been strong from set pieces this season as Dembele delivers. Michael Helik, who's already scored 3 goals since joining from Huddersfield in January. Maybe feel he could have done a little bit better with this one. Allowed a free header by Jack Robinson, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. Great deal of mutual respect between Gary Rowett and Chris Wilder. Rowett saying before the game that he, as a player, came up against Wilder during his days as Halifax manager. Both locked horns when he was at Burton Albion and Wilder at Oxford too. Loose header from Brown, and Oxford get the ball away only as far as Seriki. Brewster crosses. Helik gets the ball clear. Didn't quite sit up for Burrows to get the shot in, but Burrows does now, and it's repelled by Jamie Cumming. Well, the marauding left-back has already been on the score sheet several times for Sheffield United this season. Actually featured against Oxford United in the League One playoffs last season for Peterborough. The supporters have seen their side win 32 of their 42 points at the Kassam Stadium. Sheffield United for the first time starting to ask a few questions though, and it was a great chance for Tyrese Campbell, and it was saved by the legs of Jamie Cumming. Kind of opportunity you would have expected him to put away, really. Cumming with an instinctive stop with his leg. And Gary Rowett arrived at Oxford United just before Christmas, looking to keep them above the dotted line as the corner is flicked on by Nelson, and it may be picked up here by Dembele, who scores again at this end of the ground. They've been utilising the long throw of Will Vaulks, and it's paid off. The former Sheffield Wednesday man being reminded of that by those travelling Sheffield United supporters. It was his launched ball into the box, flicked on by Nelson. And the ball through a crowd of players found its way to Dembele. It was a calm, composed finish. And a big shock is on the cards at the Kassam Stadium. Oxford leads by a 1-0. 2 goals in 2 home matches for Dembele. You've got Leeds to come at home on Good Friday. Still got Sunderland here as well. There's the shots. He's palmed away By coming once more, City Peck this time. Oxford United's goalkeeper probably knew it was going to be a busy afternoon today, and he's kept the Blades at bay in this first half. Last weekend, Sheffield United went top of the table, sweeping away Coventry City on the Friday night. But they, ahead of kick-off today, lost that spot with Burnley coming from behind to win at Coventry. They need to find an equaliser as the ball is hooked in. And the referee just has a word with one or two players inside the box here. It has been a running theme throughout this game. Oxford United's players who are not involved in the squad watching on, among them Matty Phillips, as the header is repelled away by Romani, of all people, back there defending. Not a happy afternoon in the sun for these travelling supporters so far. As the header is kept out on the line. Brewster, good ball, decent delivery as well. Burrows couldn't quite find the on-rushing Brereton Diaz though. And Kieran Brown, who has been a rock at the back for Oxford this season, whether that be left back or centre half, gets the ball away. He was under pressure. And these Oxford supporters maybe feeling the pressure a bit too. Raksaki, once a target of Oxford United in the days of Carl Robinson. Clearance only as far as Ahmed Hozic. The cross takes a little nick on the way, and then it's not a clean connection. It's straight at the keeper. And it's comfortable for coming. Just hasn't really been an afternoon where anything has felt, certainly for this man. Maurice Campbell's efforts stopped. Sheffield United were looking to set a new club record of 7 successive away victories if they were to win this afternoon. Oh, Blachetta's been robbed of the ball. Kiefer Moore, the substitute, gets them going. Peter Teraves clears, but it's kept in play. Burrows. And the shot's just wide from Peck. It bobbled up horribly in front of Jamie Cumming. Still a little over 20 minutes remaining, and you get the feeling that Sheffield United are going to ask a lot of questions in the final quarter. They could have gone back top of the table with a result this afternoon. Sheffield United supporters watch on with anguish as Oxford's 2 substitutes combine here, and Bradshaw sends Tyler Goodrum away. Goodrum cuts it back, and El Mazzuni can't quite pick out the pass for Matos. 4 players who come on for Oxford, nearly combining there. Even worse though, it could be a breakaway opportunity at the other end. Raksaki now, inside to Callum O'Hare. And Oxford get the ball away once more. It is desperate stuff. It was Nelson's clearance. But this the chance for Oxford to put the game to bed. And it was a loose pass at the crucial moment. At the other end, well, Callum O'Hare has history with Oxford. He's scored a few over the years for Coventry City. Not this time, though. Gary Rowett on the brink of his biggest win so far as Oxford manager, as the cross comes in. Again, it's caught under the feet. And again, no Sheffield United player there to turn it in. Nelson scrambles the ball away as it was flicked on by Kiefer Moore. These Oxford United supporters are roaring their side over the line. 6 minutes into stoppage time. That is the full-time whistle. A significant victory for Oxford United, who open up a 4-point gap once more between themselves and the bottom three. They're also just a point behind QPR next up on Wednesday. For Sheffield United, a missed opportunity to go back to the top of the table. They're just a point above Leeds in third. Siriki Dembele with the winner once more. It finishes Oxford United 1, Sheffield United 0.